Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are all settled. We'll begin our presentation for today. Again, good afternoon, namaste, sat sri akal. I am Gaurav Bakshi. I am today here as a part of two as a product. But more than that, I'll be talking more about the future of making, which is one of the dearest topics to me. And then it will be followed up by Ajith, who will be talking more of the products and the enhancement that Autodesk bought in with AutoCAD 2022. But before that, I think I would like to thank the attack team for facilitating it and bringing us live today with you as an audience. Thanks a lot for joining. I also have on this call Navdeep, who is our territory rep for Punjab. He is based out of Chandigarh. His coordinates will be shared at the end of the presentation. And the most important thing, there is a quiz planned at the end of the session. Please keep notes of what you hear and see. There will be questions which will be based on that, and you can win goodies by answering them. So with that, let me open up the presentation for today. Again, talking about the future of making things. My name is Gaurav Bakshi, partner sales manager based out of Delhi, India. This is our safe harbor site. Whatever we discuss today is all in good faith, in good humor, in terms of what is it that we are doing, what is it that we are forecasting for the coming future, what all are the developments that we have lined up, and it stays here between the audience that it is intended to share with. We make softwares for people who make things, and that is the dearest thing that is there. I mean, our logo is make anything, and it literally means that if you see a high performing car or a towering skyscraper or a smartphone, be it a latest Oscar movie that you would have seen, you will have some amount of Autodesk touching the designing or making of those products, and that gives us the strength to kind of evolve the product over and over again and again, and bring it more closer to the things that can give you better results. And that's the only reason why we say with Autodesk you have the power to make anything. We touch almost 200 million customers worldwide daily. These are professionals, these are engineers, architects, digital artists. These are people who are creating movies. These are people who are creating infra which helps people move swiftly between the cities. These are the products which are enabling sustainable infrastructure that are here to stay for a longer run, also trying to address the environmental challenges that we face every day. At the same time, we also provide free access to software to students and teachers, because we know while we talk about future of making, these are the building blocks. The generation of today are the ones who will be creating the tomorrow, and if we assess them right, we build a strong future for the world that we live in. So the way I spoke, we are there in manufacturing, we are there in construction, we are there in infra, we are there in entertainment, and there are a lot of things that are happening around all of these components, which are around converging these various industries in the way they have been doing their day-to-day jobs till now, and the way they are kind of taking that leap to the future of making things. So maybe if you have a construction company today, they are kind of going after creating more prefabricated products which are assembled at the site. That could be like apartment units, exterior walls, or ductworks. Then there are media and entertainment firms who are behaving more like car brands by planning and pre-visualizing their entertainment properties like films or games long before it is sent into the production. This is possible because there is a lot of convergence which is happening. There is a lot of collaboration which is happening at the initial stage, at the 2D level or the 3D level, where the designs are conceptualized, their viability, their usability is tested. It is also showcased to the people who would be eventually using it, seeing it, taken feedback and incorporated at every stage to make it a far more robust product before it comes into even in production in some cases. And this is all built around the design, make, and use piece of it. So while there are as many things that are done way before a product is brought into the market, there are in the same ways industries that use this relationship between designing, making, and using, and the gap between all of three is kind of getting closer and closer each passing day. So you have sensors that are enabled in places, things, and media. We have the opportunity to send real-time comprehensive feedback to be incorporated in future designs. And as the link between designing and making gets closer and closer through advanced manufacturing and development of more connected places and things, the feedback loop gets even tighter, and it becomes possible to respond feedback even more quickly. And finally, as the designing, making, and using converge, the boundaries between the three disappear. Things will change and respond in real time to feedback from use and their environment, and hence reducing the cost to the market, reducing time to the market significantly. So if you break it up between the three and pick design from the design, make, and use, the first piece that comes into play is the collaboration, where people can talk over various mediums available today through IoT, through internet. They are able to visualize complex projects, work on their piece, and then kind of bring them all together between global teams, and kind of scaling the whole process much more quicker than ever. We are living in the world of startups. There is capital access which is available for startups today like never before. So it actually lowers the barrier of entry to create and to market the products in much more quicker fashion, and it actually creates a level playing field for the new or the budding entrepreneurs to come, think, design, and deliver a product in a quick time. And while the new markets are getting created, new entrepreneurs are taking shape. The ones who are there in the industry already are taking note of it and trying to imbibe those new changes into their making process. And we all know that this all comes in handy because we have Internet of Things, we have computing available like never before, where the integration is smoother. I mean, how well can this be explained while we are talking about through technology from the medium that I am sitting back at my home and you guys are sitting back at your office or your homes listening to this webinar, while not more than a couple of years back you would have been face to face sitting across at least a hall and having a discussion over a drink. So times are changing, and so are the processes. Now, coming to the make side of it, which is where the production comes into play. like I said before, the construction is getting streamlined in the way you have prefab material, which is built at the another site and kind of assembled in the construction site, making it faster, making it robust. You have access to supply chains like never before. You have organizations who are trying to bring supply chains far more closer to the manufacturers and the customers. There are these new concepts like micro factories or small regional supply chains are coming handy for the new products to come to the market uh, much more quicker, and the entrepreneurs are able to take the feedback, create something which is not off the shelf, but this is pure feedback of their customers, accessed, explored, and delivered in far more quicker fashion. They are able to hear their customers right. They are able to make those changes in the real time, and they are able to go back to the customers with changes. In the same sense, Autodesk coming up with AutoCAD 2020 by the mid of the 2022, by the mid of the year, is basis the feedback that we would have collected of our previous product, which was launched in 2021. So the feedbacks are coming in quicker, and the products are getting far more evolved every passing day. Such is the amount of collaboration that is happening at the back end. Moving swiftly to the use side of it, we all today keep hearing about AIs, via machine learning, 3D printing. Somebody today can design a product, see a prototype before it goes into the production, and then kind of make changes to the whole process. There are Internet of Things available where you have power of cloud to capture the data in the real time from the streets, from the supermarkets, use that data to visualize a product through the computing loop or the feedback loop, and integrate them into the future products. So this whole process is getting far more tight-gripped, far more streamlined. We see products getting launched like never before. We products getting launched which are, and who thought about a idli batter becoming a multi-millionaire business, or maybe somebody coming up with something as good as PayPal, or maybe things like that. So this is the feedback that is there available on the ground, the gaps that were there in the market available to be explored, and somebody coming in and trying to address those customer concerns or requirements, delivering them something which is far more viable, far more relatable for them, rather than being a off-the-shelf product which has its own branding and which has its own use case. To better understand what today, it helps to look back to similar technology disruptions. Autodesk has not only seen such transformation before in our 30 plus years of history, but helped our customers navigate them. This was the era of document disruptor, when we went from pencil and paper and moved 2D drawing to the computer. The drawings was accurate and precise via geometry, diagrams, and text, but it was still just a drawing. Decisions about that design still had to be made through intuition and judgment, and the intelligence of the design was still contained in the physical drawing. And so the industry moved on to the next disruptive technology, 3D modeling. This was the era of optimization. From 2D to 3D digital models, from merely documenting design to simulating and analyzing how a design will work in reality, enabling us to improve the performance of our designs before we build. These behaviorally predictive 3D models provided us with some more profound insight, accuracy, and precision. That information led to greater understanding of how things get together. Then came the era of connection, the era in which we are going beyond simply optimizing a design. We have to optimize how a product is built and the systems that interconnect with it, where the digital and physical are deeply integrated through the design and process. Advanced technologies in manufacturing and construction like 3D print, microfactories, drones, and reality capture will become the norm. We'll have more inputs coming in with these advanced technologies clubbed with artificial intelligence, with machine learning, where the product lives its life and also gives the insight back to the organization to take the next leap in the direction. And literally billions of dollars will be saved through the convergence of design. Make use and leap forward in efficiency and productivity afforded by new technology and the data it provides. If you see in the image, like intelligence cruise control built by GE in their rail engines provide constant sensorial feedback to rail engineers, dollars over time. Such is the impact. In this era, new and more agile developments are happening where the boundaries between designing, making, and using are disappearing. True process integration and competitive advantage, no matter the industry, can only come from a software environment built on virtually infinite computing power of a cloud-based ecosystem, where products can talk among themselves, the data flows seamlessly, and the integration happens on the fly. So you don't have to exchange paper notes to think about or talk about a design anymore. And this is the story that I like telling the most. Mr. Richard Hatfield loved motorcycles, and his vision was that electric vehicles can compete with your super fast super bikes which are built on combustion engines. What he did, he bring 6 people together in his garage and he built a machine which was not only fast, but it actually competed with the super bikes of the era and actually beat them with 21 seconds. So the design process is getting so streamlined that you can think and bring a product to the market as soon as possible with the fraction of resources that are required and even make them efficient. In today's India, we see at least like 6 to 8 EV manufacturers who are taking shape, who are building two-wheelers, who are making three-wheelers, who are making four-wheelers built on EV as a technology. And it is all possible because, one, the collaboration is available, the capital is feasible, and you have a lot of computing that gives you a lot of intelligence to bring all of these together, design the product, test it, and bring to the market and make it as competitive as it can be. But while we are talking about the future, coming back to the same point, if we are talking about the future, we have to talk about the students and the teachers who are there in today's era, where they are trying to learn new things in their schools, their colleges, which are more around maybe 3D printing, maybe cloud designing, maybe BIM infra, and taking those knowledge inputs and taking it back to the world where they build the future for us. So while whatever is happening on the design piece, on the manufacturing piece, there is this new generation which is taking shape, which is funded by Autodesk for free, where we invest into the future, bring them to the pace of technology that are available in the market today, so that we have a far more better and far more bigger future for our next generation to come. And that was the last slide that I had. I will call upon Ajith to take you through with the product specifics for this. And if you have any questions in between, please type them in. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. That was a great presentation, and the slides were moving in a great momentum of future of making things. So with that note, myself, Ajith Prabhakar from Tech Data, in this slide and the following presentation, we look into what's new of AutoCAD 2022 with the great examples and features. This is a safe harbor slide. The commands and the features, the developments that are being explained in these slides are already available in the current version of AutoCAD, and it may also get enhanced in the following slide versions of AutoCAD. About Tech Data, we are ranked 90 in Fortune list of 500 companies. We serve 45 years old in the IT distribution. We serve globally for IT products, and we are having around 1,000 plus vendors related to the products of IT manufacturers. These are the business units of Tech Data. So the part which is marked in red is a part where we come from, that is DA Tech Solutions. We are the global distributors for Autodesk businesses. And this is a part of Tech Data India. We are led by Mr. Sundaresan K, our Vice President and Country General Manager. We do have offices in 18 cities, Mumbai, New Delhi, Chennai, Chandigarh, etc. And we do have collaboration with various vendors with over 240 plus employees working for you to get your dreams into live actions. So speaking of dreams and speaking of innovations and making of future, this is a software AutoCAD 2022 that is in market and helping you to bring your dream into live actions. And in the following slides, we'll be discussing in detail about those. In the version of AutoCAD 2022, we do have a greater advantage of using 7 industry specific toolsets. Speaking of AutoCAD, we know AutoCAD has been used by millions of the users worldwide, and it has been satisfying every day, day-to-day life, their designs into live actions. In that category, AutoCAD specialized toolset plays a major role. Here is what AutoCAD gives you in the version of the latest thing. Before going into the current versions of AutoCAD and what AutoCAD gives you, we are categorizing these parts, the specifications or the highlights, into 3 major parts, starting with the CAD automation, seamless connection, and continuous innovation. So right now we'll just look into CAD automation, which comes a greater advantage. That is, when you are purchasing AutoCAD specialized toolset, you will be able to work with 7 industry specific toolsets, that is mechanical toolset, architectural toolset, electrical toolset, MEP toolset, plan 3D toolset, map 3D toolset, and raster design toolset. So you will be able to access all these 7 softwares in a single purchase. And do you know one thing? The major part of using this AutoCAD specialized toolset is that you'll be getting around 63% of your overall productivity to be gained or to be increased. Do you know how do we make this? Yes, that is what this slide explains you about the key benefits. That is, you can use an intelligent software that is more precise for your own industry vertical. This software is more capable to enough to get your work done in an automation manner. We do automations in the basis of library contents that are available, the special key features that are available, the special commands that are available. So n number of options that are being inbuilt in it of AutoCAD specialized toolset that helps you to do your design much more faster, more efficient, in a more trusted manner. In the following slides, I'll be explaining in detail about all the 7 toolsets. So if you have any queries, please do mark it and note it in the question answer tab. That will help us to answer all your questions. With mechanical toolset, you'll be grading your overall productivity to be increased around 55%. This is done on the behalf of 7 lakh intelligent components and manufacturing parts that are inbuilt for you to make use of. May I know how many of you are from the mechanical background or manufacturing sectors? Can you just guys raise your hands or reply in the chat box? Comment guys after this heavy lunch. Let us make some much more communication. Just share your comments in the chat box. Any of you from the mechanical background? Thank you, sir. So yes, I get more replies. I'm happy for that. Okay, so this is how it works. Mechanical toolset gets your productivity to be increased around 55%. It is not as easy as that to increase your productivity, right? So there are key benefits of using this mechanical toolset. They are like you can generate your bill of materials with an automated feature, and also you can generate export your part list that is a part of bill of materials. Along with that, you can generate your automated ballooning features. Not only to that, we do provide you with n number of features of that are inbuilt in it, like fasteners, bearings, that these are the components which you do regularly use in your designs, correct? So these parts are being taken care of and it is being redesigned by our designers. It is being saved as a separate library content for you to make use of. Along with that, you can also do a number of static analysis in a 2D formation. Architectural designers, this is a part for you. Exactly, this feature helps you to increase your productivity to around 61%. You can access around 8,000 intelligent architectural objects, styles and libraries. These styles are more relevant for your architectural designers. Those are like doors. The doors might contain n number of categories. It can be like a single slided door or double slided door. Even the furnitures which you use in your designs, or the windows, corner windows, central windows, hinge type windows, sliding windows, these are just an example, just a part of the libraries, but you can feel the list of 8,000 intelligent components that are being saved for you to make use of. Next, in alignedness, you can generate your floor plans. When we speak of architectural designers, they do develop n number of section plans, elevation plans, etc. But when you are capable enough to generate your floor plans within a few clicks, that helps you to complete your work without any time delay. So this is how we increase your productivity to around 61%. Please note, mark of it. Electrical toolset, this is a special part for electrical designers who are in the field of panel developers. So the designers who are in the line or in as a participant, please mark a note of it. You can make use of 65,000 intelligent electrical symbols that are being saved for you to make use of. Along with that, you do have a number of options of developing your project reports. When we say of reports, how can you, what are the types of reports do you generate? Bill of materials based or wiring based? We can help you on generating around 12 to 13 type of reports in terms of electrical toolset. They are like you can make use of wiring numbers based on reports, or symbols based on reports, on or the kind of wiring labels based on reports. So you can generate n number of reports for particularly on your designs. So this is how we increase in your electrical designs. So have you heard of the field of MEP, or we can also say of as HVAC? I believe more mechanical and HVAC designers are in the participations. So this is a particular tool where you can make use of both the greater tool of mechanical, electrical, plumbing combination tool. This helps you to access around 10,000 components as a library. Not only to that, you can generate the duct formation without any time delay. All the components are being saved as a library components. You can just drag them and place them in the design area. That helps you to complete your designs without any fraction of delays. Along with that, you do have, we are providing you with the option of using calculation of air vent that is more relevant for the HVACs. This is a part where it helps you to increase your productivity. There is no longer required for manual calculation. Instead, you can make use of the options that are available there. Map 3D sectors. So they are more totally different sectors. You are the land survey engineers. You are the greater designers, where you track your lands from the scratch, from to the extent. The mining designers, are you in the line? Please note, make a note of it. You are able to increase your productivity around 60% by using Map 3D. Here, the major advantage is that we get connected with the ArcGIS software, which is an online portal. Here, AutoCAD gets communicated with ArcGIS. So if you are using ArcGIS, yes, exactly, that part of software can get communicated with Map 3D also. And the most advanced feature is that you are able to convert the GIS data into CAD files without any data loss and no time delays. So that is where your Spartal data and the data stored in the files get carried along with the drawing files. So you don't have to enter any data. It carries along with the images or the GIS data which you are importing into Map 3D as an input. Plant 3D sector. So this is a field of oil and gas sectors, and here it is a part of 74, increasing your productivity around 74 percentage. Your Plant 3D design may contain two kinds of designs, starting with PNIDs and also 3D models. Exactly. So if you are using Plant 3D, this is an advantage for you, because you are going to look into a software that helps you to generate PNID, and also you can develop your 3D model based on your PNID. So it completes your work, right? So you don't have to stick to two different softwares or multiple softwares to generate your PNIDs or schematics along with the 3D model to generate. Instead, this is a software that helps you to do the same work without any time delay, and also make a note, your productivity time to be increased around 74%. A raster design toolset. This part of toolset is been in the market for the for more than 2 to 3 years, and it is not been recognized because the advantages and the most features are not been escalated. Currently, raster design toolset as a part of specialized toolset is in the market, and it helps you to convert your scanned images into drawing files. When we convert any scanned images into drawing files, you are getting the data of manipulating the images, or you may also get n number of lags in converting the shapes, maintaining the shapes. So all those data are being taken care of in the version of AutoCAD 2022. So these are the 7 tool sets, or we can also say CAD automation, that helps you to work with 7 tool sets in a single purchase. I believe that was somewhat more informative for you guys. Next, before going to the next slide, I would like to make a note. As Gaurav said, we are posting some poll questions. Please note of all the technologies and the points which we are discussing. You might get awesome goodies in the end of the session. Please, guys, please note, make a note of it. Along with that, we are continuing with the presentation. Seamless connection. Seamless connection. As we say seamless connection, what do you see in this current slide right now? Any guesses? Any replies? Any guesses, guys? Just I need some inputs. Yes or no? What kind of guesses do you get? Super. Okay. There is one right answer in the question. So yes, exactly. You are able to see one drawing opened in multiple displays, starting with your mobile phones, tabs, laptops, even your desktop systems. We are not limiting yourself to work with any one system. Instead, we are helping you to work on any devices. That is what we are about to showcase you. Starting with AutoCAD Web App. AutoCAD Web App is a particular application that has been as a part of AutoCAD that helps you to edit, create new drawing, and also mark up the existing drawings, etc. So for this application, you don't require the software to be installed in your laptop. Instead, you just require your internet connection along with your browser in a laptop. Just open your browser, just enter your credentials in web.autocad.com. You'll be able to log in into your cloud platform. You can find all your drawings that are saved in cloud. You can edit your drawings, you can create new drawings, and you can do wonders with using the laptops. Now, about mobile phones, as Gaurav said, we are moving, or we are showcasing the future. Mobile phones are was a part of future for us. It was explaining it. We are spending more time on the mobile phones to increase our knowledge and also to chit chat, etc. We are also now make use of the mobile phones for designing also. In mobile application, you can edit new drawing, create new drawing, and also make corrections to the current drawings that are saved in the cloud. So you don't require any design system. You don't have, if you're traveling from your office to your on-site or to your customer place, you don't have to carry your printed documents or as a folder or as a file, etc., etc. Instead, you can just carry your tabs or your laptops that are current trending right now. You can just open in front of your customers. You can share your connections. They if there is any updates, if there is any corrections in the drawing, that can also be done. That gets automatically updated, that can be viewed by your colleague in the design system. So in the earlier days or earlier versions of AutoCAD 2021 or 2020, AutoCAD was supporting customers to save their cloud drawings or drawings in the cloud with the following cloud formats such as Box, Dropbox, Microsoft OneDrive, and Google Drive. Now, you don't, if it was like query, like some customers were using these clouds, but so many customers were not using any one of these clouds. So we were getting some queries. So how to access those cloud formats? So AutoCAD gave you the solution. Yes, this is the exact solution what we are speaking of. You can access files wherever you are. So AutoCAD right now, you can make use of this Autodesk Docs and Autodesk Drive that is provided by you. You can open your drawings, you can save your drawings in the Autodesk Drive or Autodesk Docs. That helps you to save your time of communication, your time of traveling, etc. You can save your drawings in the cloud, and that helps you to do much more wonders. On an overall, we can say, when you are working with AutoCAD specialized toolset, you can work anytime, anywhere. You are working with a mobile devices, you are getting collaborated with your design team without any time delay. You are getting connected with the latest updates of AutoCAD, and also with an essential tool that is AutoCAD specialized toolset. So we just had a word about AutoCAD CAD automation, which explained you around 7 tool sets and the greater advantages to increase your productivity. Along with that, I was able to showcase some seamless connection relations with the mobile phones and the browsers to work with. Let me just share you one more topic, the topic which I love the most, and I believe you too, because as a software that has been adopted by millions of users worldwide, and it has to make sure whenever it is been getting updates for the customers, it makes sure it satisfies the customers. We are able to satisfy the customer by giving updates each and every year. In this year of AutoCAD 2022, we are giving the following updates, starting with the trace command, which helps you to streamline your review process without any time delay, or it gets enhancements also. So this is a small video that explains you about the operations of trace command. So this command is not only available in the desktop version, but also the mobile and the laptop versions can also make use of. So if a drawing is being opened in the mobile application, we can start a new trace. If there is any corrections to be made, we can just mark it So you don't have to save your drawings as a revision or as a new file folder as updated drawing, etc., which we do in our earlier days. But right now we are having this particular option of trace. When you open the drawing, that trace command follows the drawing. You can click on the trace command in the collaboration tab. That helps you to view what are the updates or what are the comments have been given by your team or by your respective managers in relative to the designs. So that is how the trace command works. It is not only applicable for your mobile applications, but also the browser applications. So you can make a number of changes, a number of updates, a number of feature corrections as a text, as a line, as a revision cloud, as a dimension, whatever. So those are being reflected in the drawing for your reference without any time delay. That is a major advantage here. So here we respect your time, we value your time. So that is how the trace command helps you to work with. Share command. In our earlier days, when I was a design engineer past 6 years before, we used to share the drawings in the third party cloud formats, but that is no longer required. AutoCAD helps you to share your drawing files without any time delay and with a greater extension of control over your drawings. That is the major advantage for your drawings here. You can share your drawings with the limitations that the receiver might have the control over the drawing, like downloading or making corrections to the drawing, or you can also have limitations like they can only view or they can only save and edit the drawings. The drawing follows with the link that is being shared, and the major advantage is that the drawing will be available in the link that is being shared to the customer for 7 days. So after the 7 days, the drawing gets expired without any delay. So you are having the control over your drawing, right? So that is what we expect you to have. Next, count. This part of option which I love the most, because the count helps you to make a note of all the blocks that are used in the drawings. You can select the blocks, you can filter the number of blocks will be counted, that can be also extracted as a dynamic table. You can select which kind of blocks are to be counted. You are having filtration, like you can filter, you need only the exported blocks or you need only the normal blocks. You will have a number of options that will be displayed based on the sizes, based on the categories, etc. All those categories, this is how it works. You can select them, and after selecting, you have the feature of exporting them into the dynamic table. You can make a note like what kind of blocks and how many quantity of blocks are being used in the current drawing. That helps you to reduce your time of counting the blocks. So after extrusion, we just place a mark and export all the list of blocks listed here and select it and make sure all get published. When you it also gets updated when you delete any block content. You don't have to refresh it or you don't have to save it, etc. It is an automated and more familiar process. It gets updated without any time delays. So this is how it generates your dynamic table for your blocks. Push Autodesk docs. As I said before, in our earlier days, we were able to work with the various cloud formats. But right now, we are helping you to make use of the push to Autodesk docs or push your drawing documents into Autodesk docs. You can save them by dragging and placing them into the drive folders or specific folders. Not only one drawing, but also a list of drawings. For example, if you are it is generally said that if you are generating any drawings, you will be referring to three reference drawing that are being made in the past, or by that may also be made by your future past engineers or your higher authorities. So those components or those drawings can also be formed to a particular single folder that gets being saved to this push Autodesk doc application. That is one of the major advantage. The one more, and what to say, more liked feature of AutoCAD 2022 by most of the designers are the floating windows. Right now we are having the option of viewing the drawings not only in one screen but also in multiple screen. You can make a note like, we are already using multiple screen, how do you make use of this option? Exactly, you can drag the folder or the tab to a separate screen that gets loaded without any time delay. So this is how the floating window helps you to work with. You're not working with a separate folder, but instead you're operating two different drawings or multiple drawings. You're dragging onto a different floating windows that gets loaded, and you can update the drawing and you can work with a simultaneous drawing with a greater efficiency of AutoCAD 2022. And the enhancements are wider, we can say, when we speak of softwares. But in the version of AutoCAD, we have given the following enhancements, and also the customization of installation graphic improvements. The start tab, which I love the most in person, because the start tab has been enhanced and it is looking great. In a single window you can get n number of options of the latest updates of the drawing, the latest the drawings which you have modified, and the folder based or the size based, etc. You can filter, etc. There are a number of options to get into the forums or learning paths, etc. So that is it. Any question and answer? Before that, you can just make note of Mr. Navdeep, who's our BDM over Punjab, his contact number and mail ID for your references. And you can drop in your questions in the question answer tab. Before going into that, we do have, we said we are having from a few poll questions, over 2 poll questions. So this is our question 1. You do have a limitation of time of 30 seconds for answering this particular poll question. What's your overall productivity can be gained using AutoCAD toolset? It is a single choice option. You can select any one of these so that we can proceed for the next question. You do have a time limit of 30 seconds, I believe. Yes, to the next question. This is our answer. Thank you, guys. I am happy that most of them are attentive. Thank you, guys. So next question, please. AutoCAD electrical toolset is having intelligent electrical symbol libraries of over 2000, 35,000, 65,000. Same single choice option. You can select any one of them. You do have time limitations, 30 seconds. Your time's up and the results are 65,000. Okay. Next question. Can we integrate paint ID symbols into 3D models in Plan 3D toolset? Yes or no? 30 seconds for you. And the results are yes. Wow, that was a great percentage of 96. Thank you, guys. And the fourth question, can we use mobiles and the browsers to design collaboration? Yes or no? And your times are ticking up. Your answers are more important for us. The results are yes, exactly. Thank you, guys. So the last question for the session, share command that helps you to transfer drawing files without data loss. This command is available in AutoCAD 2022 version. Will this draw option help you? Yes or no? The answers are yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you for speed answering of within 30 seconds. So if you have any questions, you are allowed to share your questions in the question answer tab. We are happy to answer that. We are open to question, guys. So please share your questions in the question answer tab. We are happy to answer.
We have a question in the chat. Would you like to take it up, Ajith or Anu? On the, I think if we can just talk about it.
Yeah,
So everyone can hear it.
PC requirements. I can share the link with you guys for the PC requirements.
Okay, I'll take the questions as well. Hydraulic symbols are inbuilt, yes. And shaft mechanism in the running conditions. Maybe, little more detailing I would need when you say shaft mechanism in running conditions. There are tools, which can be used, to build the shaft. So in the running conditions, if you're talking about some specific tool, then, we can answer. I'm typing my mail ID. I'm Gaurav's colleague. I take care of UX business. You can send me a mail. I will call you back and then tell you the answer on the shaft. There is nothing called standard and professional, sir. It is only one AutoCAD. I repeat, it comes with 7 tool sets, which is architecture, electrical, mechanical, MEP, plant 3D, GIS, along with raster design. We will get civil engineering design tool also. Civil engineering design tool, yes, it is available. It is part of the MEP tool. You will get the civil engineering design tools. If it is specific about the only pipe, then there is a separate product.
We have one more question. Is it possible to text in 3D?
Yes, it is possible to do it. Civil engineering design. Yes, okay. One second. Civil engineering design answer, I'm replying. It depends on what work you want to do. If it is a piping work, Civil 3D is the right product.
Okay. Anuradha, one more question from Mr. Yashpal. Please explain how to change 2D text in 3D.
Okay. You want to take that question, Ajith? How to change it?
Yeah. So it is as simple as that. You have an option of converting your work layouts from 2D to 3D. So extrusion and extruded blocks are also available for you to drag, and loft options are also available, which are all the basic parts of AutoCAD.
Now, Kumar is our face in Chandigarh. We will send you the mail also with the connects. Thank you, Gurupreet. Feel comfortable to call me or send me a mail if you need more.
There's one more question from Rahul. Can I use AutoCAD 2022 in hand tool industry? How it works?
Ajith, will you take that question?
Yeah, sure.
You
So it is based on perfectly based on your design. So you can share your designs or any kind of text for us, so that it will be easy for us to explain.
There is a question. Suppose I have to design a motor and after assemble it, we have to check how it will see in running conditions. Does it can play after assemble? Yes, it is possible. It is, whatever you do the assembling, you just, physically, if you have to see it, that's a different thing. But yes, on the system, you can, once you put the things together and then you can run it and see how it comes. That is where, Gaurav covered one of the slide from moving from era of documentation to the optimization. Every part you can see it differently, and then you can actually visualize on your screen how it is moved.
Okay, Ajit, the reply was not clear earlier. So he's Mr. Yashpal is asking, I asked if we write any text through text command, how to change in 3D.
See, the text command is a format of annotation. So the annotation doesn't format or transform any inputs of 2D or 3D. It is just a text format. Instead, you can make use of the sweep and left commands that are easy for you to access the text into 3Ds.
Okay, Ajit, another question. Benefit of AutoCAD in paint manufacturing industry.
I need some time on that. You can mail me or you can contact Navdeep, so we can connect with Navdeep and we'll explain you in detail about your industry.
Yeah, because in paint manufacturing, there are at least 13 or 14 different varieties of work you all do actually. So if out of that 10 to 11 work can be done. I mean, if you have to tell us specifically what work in the painting you are looking at into do, if it is about just putting a wall and then putting different colors of shades and then trying to see, that is more of, architecture design and the MEP design, you can do it. But it looks like this is little different question. You can ask more in detail or send us a mail so that we give you a specific answer. But yes, 85% of the work can be done from architecture and mechanical too.
Okay.
How to change PDF to AutoCAD drawing? Yeah, this is a very favorite question. Ajith, I want you to answer it little elaborately on this.
Sure. I was expecting this question. So, Mr. Sandeep, actually, PDF is not a form of drawing files, or it is not a form of relevant to drawing files. So, when a PDF is a neutral file, we can say. So, when you are trying to convert any PDF documents into any drawing files, even if it is a 2D or any shades of 2D also, that will result in an error. So we prefer you can make use of the raster design toolset of converting your PDFs into scanned images, and those scanned images can be converted into drawing files without any data loss and with a great extension of the software.
Okay, then civil load bearing application can we work in AutoCAD, like to calculate the beam load?
Yes, that is possible for calculation of beam loads and the small stuffs of beam calculations that are done in the architectural toolset and also a part of mechanical design. Can we use rotate shaft at AutoCAD also? Your question is not clear. Can you just please elaborate in this question?
When you say rotate shaft, please elaborate in terms of what rotation of a tool you are talking about. Maybe he can answer that. Next question is, I face license fail on AutoCAD frequently since last month. Well, maybe you will have to buy a new license because your subscription would have expired, or maybe your trial would have expired. That is why, you face that challenge, Mr. Amit Nanda. How AutoCAD can support us in the field 3D modeling in piping field if it is more efficient in geoparametric? Yeah, this is interesting. Ajit, take this question.
AutoCAD 2022. Sorry.
3D model in piping field.
Okay. So when we are speaking of 3D modeling piping field, AutoCAD Plan 3D plays a major role. So your options of do you work, Mr. Ashok Sharma? So if you have any possibility of working with the P&IDs or any possibilities of converting those P&IDs, or does your work relevant to P&ID working? If that is also, you are having a major option of using Plan 3D, because Plan 3D is more capable enough to convert P&IDs with the extraction of 3D models, and also 3D models can also help you on generating, because we do have library contents here. You can drag your 3D models, fittings of your pipings or connections or supports that are required in the plan designs, are all part of library contents that are available. You can try working with this. This is more efficient, we can say. Can you just share your questions in the question and answer tab, because that will be easy for us to answer. As we can show rotating, so can we use single drawing file at the same time and save work in one time without extra reference, etc.? Yes, exactly. We in the last version of AutoCAD 2021, we had a feature of drawing history command. This feature is still available in the version of AutoCAD 2022. If you are able to open any drawing file and you are editing or creating any drawing file, the same file can be opened by a number of users. All those users will be saved as per their usernames, and you can filter them based on their time corrections made, and what corrections are made. You can filter them, and you can also realize to an extent of the current drawing. So Mr. Ashok Sharma has replied, I am working in piping field in refinery and project engineering. Okay. So exactly, if you are working in the field of piping, please, I am sure that you will be working with P&IDs. So this is a software for you. You can able to convert, and you can make sure all your P&IDs are being made in a correct format and converting them into 3D models.
Can we use single DWG file at same time and say work in one time, X reference, etc.? I mean,
that is what I answered right now.
It's basically, it is as simple as, doing a save as, basically. So I'm typing a link, which is a link actually very easy for everybody to, ask simple questions available. In case if any of you want more information, this link will provide you a lot of information as well. Mobile AutoCAD application, yes, only Autodesk has got a mobile application. No other, clone products of AutoCAD have a mobile application. Integration like as a team center in this version. Integration of team center is more to do with the operating system actually. It is not about application. So it's what operating system you are using. Based on that, the support will be available. With command links, please. Ravi, I didn't get that question. Would you be able to? Let me try if I can scroll up and see. Okay, is mold tool available in AutoCAD? I mean, what kind of a mold you want to do? It depends. I mean, if it is a very large scale mold, Inventor is the right product actually. Okay, I think we have answered all. Let me see. How will we do the release process with AutoCAD and in the industry? Release process. Mr. Vikas, can you type little more or call me? Because when you say release process, what release process you are talking about? If it is about creating a design and then it's about go live, or it is about design release process. Okay. Ajith, do you want to take that question?
Actually, I didn't get this still.
So design release process, is it useful for interior? Yes, it is useful for interior design. Architecture tool is for the interior design only. Design release process, basically, if you want to build some design in the architecture or any of the product, and then you want to release it, if that is what you are talking, it is an application which is commercially, you want to do it. Please call me. I'm putting my number on the chat. I'll explain this more.
Okay, so I think we have answered all the questions. Any last question we can take? Since we are almost kind of exceeded our time, so if there are any last questions, please let us know. Meanwhile, thank you so much for being such a participative audience. We really liked interacting with you. And in case you would like to reach out to us, or if you would like us to reach out to you, please fill in the survey form and we will connect with you as soon as possible. And the poll questions have been answered. So soon after the webinar, we will kind of see who is the winner and who's kind of answered all the correct answers. And the person who was the fastest to share all the correct answers, we'll get a goodie bag from Autodesk. So please check your emails. We'll send you an email, the one with which you have registered. Thank you so much. Any questions that have come? No, I think we are good.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gaurav. Thanks. We had a great audience from Punjab and Chandigarh. Back to you, Gaurav and Forum.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you, Ajith, for your presentation. It was really helpful, and I hope the audience also found it helpful and insightful. Thank you. Yes, Gaurav.
Thanks all of you. Thanks for Forum and the data team to stitch this together. People on the background who worked tirelessly to get this done. Thanks for being the great audience. I think we had quite a few questions, and I hope we answered them well. Wherever you think that you still need some clarifications, the details are already available. You have a rep based out of Chandigarh, Navdeep. You can reach out to him. His contact was shared. Anu also shared her number. I also did so in the beginning of my presentation. If you want to reach out to us, please feel free. We'll all be ears and we'll all be try to address your queries and concerns. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for attending the session on time, and you have made this session much more interactive, and we were able to address all your queries. And if your queries were unaddressed, we request you to share your mail, so we'll help you on addressing the same. Be safe, be healthy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.